The Medithera Home system comes with a basic control unit, a magnetic field detector, pillow applicator, and then the whole body pad. There is also a pen applicator that's purchasable as an option. On the back of the control unit, you'll have two applicator ports. Typically, the whole body pad goes into applicator 1 port, and the pillow applicator goes into applicator 2. You can use the pen in one of the other applicator ports as well. There's the power control adapter that goes into the back of the unit, and it also comes equipped with a power card, which you can insert, move in and out. It's usually recommended after you power down the unit that you remove the card because you don't want to bend it and crack it. But we're going to insert the card for the moment. This is the general display, which includes an LCD display that tells you what's going on with a particular unit. And then this is the basic control panel, the off switch, a stop switch, and the on switch. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to use the actual Medithera system. You can see there's a display here where everything is informing you on how what's going on and how it's working and what you've just selected. So again, we have an off button, we have an on button here, and a stop button here, and then we have the different control components on this. Here's the power card, and so let's say we want to let's put the power card in because it gives us right away. It gives us control over the intensities, and it says on their power card. This is the time setting here, and then now it's saying select, which means that you can actually select something on the program. So let's just do a personal program that we would decide to do. So what you do is you basically start with selecting the different components, and what I would do is to select this for the particular program you want. Nature, you have nature, you have active, and you have relax. So let's go back and select active. Then you'd select the applicator you want to use. So you have at 1 or 2. You go back, let's do 2. And then you have the time. So you can either press the time individually, it says select, you can press the time individually and go up a minute at a time, or you can hold it down and it'll just scroll up to whatever time you want to set it for. So let's say set it for 20 minutes. Okay, and then you set the intensity that you want. So let's say we want intensity 9. Okay, and then it says that, and then automatically, once you pick the intensity, it automatically kicks in and it starts running itself. So this would run for 20 minutes. The time display tells you how much time is left, tells you which applicator you're using, the intensity level that you're using, and the program that you're running. And at the end of the program, it basically beeps to say that it's finished, and it goes back to allow you to select another program. If you want to stop it at any time, just press the stop button, and your program is ended. You can then run another program. Let's say you want to start with active, and then in the evening, before you go to bed, you want to do relax. Then you just run it again and set it up and run it that way. You can also run the last program. Let's take the power card out. If we hit memo, so it starts basically the previous program that you ran, and it'll run it for the same amount of time that you had before. So if you are running the same program constantly or frequently, then just use the memo button. You don't have to reprogram all these different settings. So we'll stop that. Now if we put the card back in again, this allows us to actually run programs that are already in the system that would be loaded. So if we press this down, the memo button, then it says load 1 to 4. So I loaded a program before called program 1. I called it program 1, and it was intensity 10, ran for 59 minutes on applicator 2, and for relax. So this is a program that I would use at bedtime and run it for as long as I wanted to, but in my case I ran it for almost an hour at the highest intensity. Right, and then it runs itself and turns itself off, and we can stop that at any time. Program end. So now as well, if we wanted to save a new program, we would hold this down for 3 seconds, and it says save 1 to 4. So let's save a new program in 2. Then we select the applicator that we want. Let's say we want applicator 1. Then we want to do, let's say, 15 minutes. Hold it down, and it will go to 15 minutes. All right, and then you pick the intensity that you want. Let's say we want intensity 4. Okay, and then it says it's saved. So we want to run that program. Then we press the memo button, and it says load 1 to 4. So we pick program 2 there, and it gives you the intensity, the time, and the program. So, and then it just runs itself. So it's very simple, very easy to use that way. There's really not much else I have to tell you here, except just to remind you that the relaxed program only goes to 4 intensity without the power card. With the power card, you can use up to 10 for any of the programs. And you can use this button if you want to turn it off, because if you don't like the sound, particularly at night, you don't want to be alerted. But most people will want to know the program has ended, and then you get off the system. Okay, pretty simple to use. And remember, you need the power card to run higher field intensities.
Now this is the magnetic field detector with an on button. And when you press that button and there's an applicator going, like say for example this pillow applicator, which is going right now, you might hear a magnetic field sound. It may not be hearable on the camera, but you can hear it if you're here. And then you'll see these lights. There are 3 lights here that are lighting up, indicating that the field is working. Now, if you place this over the body pad, which is not working, nothing registers. So either the body pad or the pillow applicator will register once the magnetic field is actually running. Okay, and the purpose of this, again, is to allow you to see whether the magnetic field is actually working. Even though the unit is saying that there's power coming through it, sometimes wires can break. But once a week, perhaps, or some periodically, you should just detect how much it's working. You can also use this to detect how deep the field is. So when we have it lined up right up against it, the magnetic field is the highest intensity. Then as we move it farther away, you can hear the sound decreasing gradually. Okay, and I can keep hearing it basically up to about this level. Now that's the sensitivity of this particular field detector. So if you had a more sensitive meter, you actually would be able to see that it was registering 8 to 12 inches above the level of the pad. Now I want to tell you something about the pillow applicator and the body pad applicator. They're designed with very durable materials that won't stain, and even if you do spill something on them, they'll be easy to clean. Now, because of the coil density in the system, you cannot flex these pads as much as you can with perhaps other systems. However, you still can. And in fact, actually, they both have, or at least the pillow has a set of straps on the back that will allow you to wrap it around the body and retain it with a velcro strap or strip that they provide with the system. There's also a larger velcro strap that will help to keep the whole body pad rolled, but it will also help to have the body pad rolled around part of the body if you're trying to treat the body that way. All right, so you can take this, you can fold it in half this way, and then you can place, say for example, you can place the strip on the pad on the floor or table, whatever, and then bring it over and basically hold it in place with the Velcro strap. So this allows you to do what's called a sandwich effect or a solenoid effect, while by wrapping a part of the body, you can have significantly increased intensity in that area. All right, and then again, you can do the same thing with the whole body pad, but it's a bit more bulky to be able to do that.
Okay, thank you very much, and enjoy your Medithera. This is Dr. Pawluk.